Welcome back to the Dragon Den. My loyal Dragonites, King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman and Robin. And so here we have Robin pose and out of the packaging, and he does look really good here. Before we have a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Robin does come with two ice effects that do attach to his body. And other than the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure parts, he doesn't really come with any other accessories. So with that out of the way, let's move on to Robin's details. McFarlane Toys has done a really good job capturing the look of Robin from Batman and Robin. For the most part, it does mimic what we saw on screen really nicely, and I do like what we have here. Taking a look at his head sculpt, we have a really good soft likeness to Chris O'Donnell here. It does appear to be a more stylized look for the character, and it still looks good, especially with his mask on. His hair is a separate piece, which looks really good here because it is molded in brown, and one thing I do like is it has this really nice black wash to it. Taking a look at his costume, I really like the design they went with for this movie. He is wearing a modified version of the Nightwing costume, which I'm really happy that we saw in the movie. The Robin logo is done in this really nice red plastic and has some impressive details sculpted on it. Unfortunately, he does have these red shoulder caps which do stand out pretty awkwardly. And the rest of the insignia does continue onto his arms, where the paint job is questionable at best. On the shoulders it looks like they just said, that's good enough, but the rest of the arm, the paint job looks really good. I do like the fact that you can see his gauntlet is a separate piece from the rest of the suit, and it does have the traditional Batman spikes on them. And then his gloves have some really nice texturing to them, which does bring the look together really nicely. And you can see Robin is wearing a utility belt, which really isn't a utility belt as it only has the buckle with his insignia. It still looks really good and you can tell it's a belt, but I would have liked to see some pouches, but that's no fault of the figure. His legs are just done in this black plastic. Unfortunately, it really doesn't capture the look of striations in the muscles, but that is accurate to what we saw in the movie. There are some knee pads on his knees, however they are just cast in that black plastic, but again it is accurate to what we saw on film. And his boots have some surprising detail where we do have a Robin insignia at the top of the boots. The rest of the boots are just done in black plastic, however you can see a lot of folds and wrinkles in the leather boots, which does bring out the detail really nicely. And we do have some accents on the back of his heels which do look nice, but unfortunately it is just cast in black plastic. Finally, taking a look at his cape, it is done really nicely. I love the way his cape looks here. It hangs down naturally like a normal cape, but it does have a little bit of a windswept look to it. Overall, Robin here is a really good figure, and I really like what McFarlane has done here. So with his details out of the way, let's compare him to our usual suspects. Here we have Robin posed next to the Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally we do have Robin posed next to the rest of the Batman and Robin wave by McFarlane. And as you can see, Robin will scale nicely to the rest of the Multiverse Batman and Robin wave. He is slightly taller than Batgirl, but he is shorter than Batman, which is accurate to the movie. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at his articulation. Robin does have a double ball joint in the head, ball sockets in his shoulders, arms go out to the side and do a full 360. He has a swivel at the bicep and double hinged elbows. He has a ball hinge in the wrist. Robin does have a ball joint in his upper torso and a ball joint in his lower torso. Legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a slight thigh swivel. He has a double bend in his knees. We have a ball hinge in the ankle, rocker ankle, and finally a toe hinge. So the standard articulation when it comes to the McFarlane Multiverse figures. So with everything said and done about Robin, let's get him posed for my final thoughts. So here we have the DC Multiverse Batman and Robin posed for my final thoughts, and overall I really like this character. One thing I always liked about his costume is that it was an homage to his Nightwing outfit, and the design here works perfectly. It would have been nice to have him in blue, but I do understand keeping him as Robin, they wanted to keep him in red. And just like with the rest of the line, he does have a soft likeness to Chris O'Donnell, but that is pretty standard by McFarlane as they don't really get the likeness down perfectly. The mask is done really nicely, and I do like the detailing that they put into the mask as well as his hair sculpt. One issue I do have with the figure is that some of his parts are done in different finishes, as we do have matte finishes on some parts and glossy finishes for the rest. I would have liked to see a little more consistency throughout the finishes, but overall what we have here is pretty accurate to what we saw in the film, and you can see they even sculpted the nipples on his outfit. Robin as a figure is really well done, however he looks better as a companion piece to Batman, Batgirl, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze. Robin is essential to completing the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure as he does come with both his arms. If you are looking for Robin from Batman and Robin, he is starting to hit stores as well as the rest of the wave at the time I'm making this video. Robin will run you about $25 because he does have the added Build-A-Figure piece, but I think it all comes together nicely when you have the complete set. So with that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other Multiverse videos. If you're in a position to support the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I do have some new exclusive content. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.